If your feed has been bombarded over the last couple weeks with OpenClaw hype, I'm going to cut straight to the chase and just tell you, don't waste your time. It is not worth it. And we're going to talk about all this today. There are some uses for OpenClaw, but it is not what it is hyped up to be. People will tell you you can make thousands, you can make millions, it's going to automate your life. And the long story short is just none of that is actually true. If you pay attention to these people, these hype experts, these marketing masters, they're going to tell you how great OpenClaw is. But the sad reality is that it is far from all of their promises. And I'm going to break down exactly why that is the case. You see, I've spent 2 weeks now with OpenClaw, getting it all set up on a Mac Mini, getting it all optimized, getting it all running. And I will tell you that it is not easy to set up. It's not hard, it's not impossible. I was able to do it and got it working, but it's not easy. It's not plug and play. This isn't some software you just download and you run the application and hey, you're up and running. No. This is a lot of behind the scenes technical stuff a lot of people just don't have the appetite for. And it is very, very easy to break OpenClaw. In fact, the first couple of days, that's all I did was break it and had to restart it. And I run out of tokens and I had to do all this setting up, switching models. And then the model programmed itself for the wrong model. So it was completely offline and I had to terminal code my way back into getting it up and running. And yes, there's resources out there. There's tutorials, there's guides, there's YouTubers who will tell you do exactly this. But I promise you, the moment you end up doing it on your machine with your particular setup, something's going to break. And chances are more than one thing is going to break. There is a lot of troubleshooting involved to get this up and running. If you are intimidated by running commands in terminal, just stay away. This is going to be a little bit too complicated in its current build, in its current form. It's not for the faint of heart. And let's debunk some of that hype around OpenClaw, because you will see a lot of Reddit gurus and YouTube creators telling you how great OpenClaw is. But I'll tell you, it requires your constant attention. You think by getting an AI agent, by getting some kind of AI assistant, that it's going to be up and running in the background, doing all this great stuff while you're sleeping, while you're eating, while you're watching a movie. And that's far from the truth. It doesn't teach itself just because you tell it to, okay? If you're talking to OpenClaw, if you think you can tell it, hey, improve yourself, make yourself smarter, it's not gonna do it, it's gonna fail, and it's gonna ask you, hey, I could do this, hey, I could do that, and it's gonna get you in these death loops of constant communication, constant conversation. It's gonna ask you, do you want me to do this? Well, now I can do this, now I can do this. And you end up chasing your tail and all of it's broken, none of it's working, and it's still hungry for more of your attention. This ends up in countless hours of babysitting, checking, verifying every single thing it does. And now, instead of doing something productive yourself, you're trying to get OpenClaw to do something productive for you, and it is constantly failing, requiring your constant attention. It does not make money while you sleep. That's just not the case for any regular person. If you think you're going to install OpenClaw and it's going to automate your life, think again. Automation is not automatic. OpenClaw cannot do everything for you. It cannot solve all of your problems in an instant. In fact, it's going to make more problems for you. Chances are 9 times out of 10, it's going to do nothing for you. And you're just going to be mad constantly having to tell it to do it right, to do it again, to check its work, to fix simple little stupid stuff because it's not that smart. Now, it does have this skill ability, and there are some real skills that it can do. I'm not going to lie to you and say that it's worthless, it's terrible, it's awful, it has no purpose. It can do some stuff. It can be automated to do LLM things. These large language models, they can do some stuff. Anything that is primarily text-based is pretty good at, and it can handle huge data sets, searching, running queries, generating text. It can even generate images. It can draft things for you. It can do all of that, and it can do it in an automated fashion using cron, but a lot of that automation is actually old tech, just checks of like, hey, at this time, check this thing. Hey, if this, then do that. None of the AI magic is really a benefit when in OpenClaw inherently. Yes, it combines the AI LLM with some of that automation, but it's not magic. Nothing is happening under the hood where it's thinking or doing anything special or going to be able to automatically improve itself or your life. And here's the thing, if everyone is special, no one is. The moment these things actually do a job well, and that job is available to everybody, let's say a skill, let's say it can do something really cool, like write you a blog post and automate it. Well, now everybody can do that, and now your ability to do that is not special anymore. If everyone can do it, what does it matter? And this is where we get to the actual output of OpenClaw, Moltbot, however you set it up. Blogs, social media, emails, text-based things, it can do fairly well. And it can do it incredibly fast, and it can do a massive amount of it, but that is the definition of slop. If every single person out there automates their blog and every blog is full of posts every single day, how are you going to stand out? If every social media feed is full of AI generated images or videos or cropped, recut, repurposed versions of other viral videos, if everyone's doing that, how is that unique? How is that valuable? It is all just slop. And here's a hard truth. AI accelerates the death of everything worthless. The moment AI can do it and do it in these huge, vast quantities, it just immediately makes it irrelevant overnight. The fact that you can do it, if everyone can do it, well, now there's no point to even doing it. So why even bother? Well, if you do want to bother and you actually want to set this up despite my warning, let me give you more of a warning. You need to beware. OpenClaw is not safe. You have to put guardrails up on it. This is essential. If you install OpenClaw on a personal device and you give it access to your personal files and accounts, it has now unmitigated access to all of that. I don't think you would ever turn your important documents, your favorite family photos, your important client assets over to a stranger. You certainly wouldn't give a stranger access to your email or your text messages or anything personal or private or confidential. And this is the problem with OpenClaw. All of the promised automation, all of the benefit, all of that fast efficiency is inherently limited when it can't access anything you actually use on a day-to-day basis. If it's not handling your personal life or your work life, it's really not living up to the potential or the hype that surrounds it. I would never give OpenClaw access to anything I do for work, because if that's my livelihood, if that's how I'm actually generating revenue and income, why would I ever give that to an AI robot that could easily delete it or change it or break it overnight? And yes, you can tell it, don't do those things, but it still might. You don't know, you're rolling the dice every single time. So all of that promised potential of, hey, it's gonna change your life, you're gonna make all this money, it's gonna do all these great things for you, it comes with the inherent risk that it could break and destroy all of those things instead. After these 2 weeks, I will tell you, OpenClaw is like working with a 21-year-old newborn. A person who has all the responsibility, all the rights, all the privileges, can do anything, and yet was birthed into existence yesterday, so knows absolutely nothing. You have to hold its hand through all of it, get it set up, be very specific about what you say, how you communicate, and even then, you still have to check all of its work. It's probably the worst intern I've ever worked with. But LLMs are useful. They do have a place, they have a purpose. It's just not to automate your entire life and make you a bunch of money. LLMs, AI, can automate the busy work, the tedious stuff that you don't want to do, that just takes a long time. It's kind of mindless, it's kind of simple, it's kind of dumb, but it is a huge bog and burden on your day-to-day life. Well, give all that stuff to the LLM, give that to the AI. It can do it, and it can actually do it pretty well and pretty fast. So give it some simple checklists, some basic follow-ups. It's kind of like search on steroids, and this is where I actually really like AI, and it's what I go to most of the time when I have a question, or I'm just curious about something, or I want to research something. Instead of looking it up on Google, where I'm going to get nothing but awful websites that are SEO optimized but tell me nothing, I might just go ask my LLM. I might go ask my AI assistant. I might even have OpenClaw do a little bit of that work on its own, but it's all very simple and it's tedious tasks that I don't want to have to parse through data on my own. I want it to simplify and summarize and streamline things for me. This is also really good for brainstorming. If you have a question or you're pondering an idea and you don't have another person, another human to bounce it off of, go ask your AI assistant. That's totally fine. It's pretty good for those kind of brainstorming back and forth sessions. Just don't take what it says as gospel truth. Always check, always verify, but certainly helpful in those situations, as well as many others. Again, things that are text-based and really good at parsing huge amounts of text-based data. It can do that much faster, much better than I can or any other human that I know. But here's the other hard pill to swallow, is that AI, good AI, is expensive, and it is quickly becoming more and more expensive. It seems like every month that I check in on the newest, latest and greatest models or the newest software, it's almost twice as expensive as it was just a month ago. It's getting crazy expensive. These costs are rising almost exponentially, especially if you're trying to use the good models and you're trying to run some kind of API access. Those tokens get eaten up so quickly. It is so expensive. You can easily burn through hundreds of dollars a day if you're not careful running OpenClaw with the best models. So you've really got to be careful about what you're doing, how you're setting it up. Again, huge warning. Don't spend $300 having a conversation with OpenClaw. It's not worth it. And the reality is, OpenClaw in itself is not usually enough to do everything you want to do. You have to sign up for multiple subscriptions, multiple tools, multiple platforms to connect. And now the costs keep adding up even more. And it gets to a point where it's so expensive to run all these AI software programs, all these bots, that humans end up being the cheaper, more cost-effective alternative, especially a human who has a good head on their shoulders, a good brain inside that head, someone who, yes, needs to eat and sleep and maybe gets lazy and maybe doesn't do their best work all the time. That is still better often than some of these AI agents who will give you the most obnoxious, overhyped confidence. It's dumb confidence. They will talk to you like they have all the answers in the world, and you will believe them. That is the trap you will fall into. The moment you start talking to an AI, it's going to tell you it's going to solve all your problems. It can do anything you need it to. No sweat, no problem. I'm locked in. I'll take care of it. And it's just going to break something else. It's just going to completely blindly say that it can do something it cannot do. You're going to ask it to verify. It's going to say, oh, my bad, you got me. Oh, but checks out, no worries. I came up with this new idea that's even better. That's going to fix all of our problems. Do you want me to get started? Just say no. It's not worth your time. If you have the time to spare and you want to play around with it, be super careful, have fun. It's very entertaining. It's very impressive. It's quite a surprise when you get it all hooked up and you get it running and you see, wow, it can change the desktop wallpaper. Wow, it can do all this cool stuff. It can send an email. Hey, it can check on this for me. It can set up these automated cron jobs, and wow, it can fix itself and it can patch itself and it can add a new skill. And hey, isn't that cool? It can do all this great stuff. Yes, it is all super cool. But the moment you want to do anything with it and use those tools for something useful, something practical, you will probably go mad trying to get it to work. And at the end of the day, if you had just done it yourself and not been lazy, not relying on AI automation to do it all for you, you could have done it in a fraction of the time, I promise you. Maybe one day we will get there. Maybe AI will take all of our jobs one day, but in its current state, it's really like a newborn 21-year-old. That's the only way I can describe it. Just this complete idiot of a person who has nothing but arrogance and confidence and will tell you it can solve all your problems. And I promise you, you'll believe it, and then it's going to let you down, because that's just what it does. It keeps you in these conversation loops. It keeps begging for your attention, asking you to approve its next step over and over and over again. There are ways you can set up multiple models to talk to each other and multiple agents to all ping pong back and forth off of each other. But for most people, for most regular folks who just want to set something up to automate some parts of their life, you're not going to get there. It's going to be too hard, too complicated. It's going to break too much that it's just not worth it. So if you keep seeing all of these obnoxious videos and commenters and Redditors and people telling you how great OpenClaw is and it's going to change your life, it's snake oil. It's really all it is. You have to use it as the right tool for the job. There is nothing you can go into Home Depot that is the one tool that is going to solve all of your problems. AI is the same way. It is a good tool. It is good for some jobs, but not all of them. It's an assist. It's not even an assistant. It's just an assist in your day-to-day life. It's not a replacement for anything you're actually doing meaningful. So treat it like a tool, use it when you need it, and if you can, avoid it, because there's far better solutions that work much more affordably and are much more cost-effective in the long run.